Welcome to the GCT.
Good morning. Welcome to the world of green panel technologies. Today we are giving a small talk on our IP-based emergency PA and talkback system. The difference between an IP-based PA and talkback system as compared to a traditional PA system is, in a traditional PA system you have an amplifier which is connected to speakers and you have a mic connected to the amplifier through where you talk and the audio gets distributed. In an IP-based PA system, IP speaker has its own inbuilt amplifier and it is connected over a LAN or a WAN environment. This fundamentally is an IP-based audio distribution system, and the endpoints can be placed anywhere in the network. It could be intercity, regionally and globally. It is a perfect solution for retailers, factory plants, warehouses, government and school systems, as well as for large areas like smart cities or any emergency warning systems. And it allows you audio distribution over an Ethernet network, and it could be placed globally and it could scalable as and when required. Additional benefit of this would be that it could have intercom facilities in the sense that you could have two-way calling in this kind of systems. When you go into the network of this kind of IP-based PA and paging system, you would have the endpoints, which are basically the GCT-iSpeak, which is an outdoor or an indoor IP speaker, and GCT-iCall, which is an outdoor or indoor IP call box. And you would have audio consoles, or which can be multiple if required, and you have the analog to IP gateways, which connect to traditional legacy audio amplifiers to distribute to legacy old speaker systems. This paging systems can also get integrated to your EPBX on a SIP interface, and this could also work on a Wi-Fi network or a 3G, 4G network. Fundamentally, the various benefits which come in is that each of the speaker has a high efficient amplifier inbuilt in it, integrated in the speaker itself, and it can also be interfaced to your legacy analog amplifiers and loudspeakers. It allows you intercom facilities in the sense that you could have two-way communication in this particular boxes. Very easy to deploy. Just plug it into your LAN environment and it starts working. And you could have various kind of flexible zone configuration and mapping, and also individual streaming to a particular speaker or a particular call box is also possible in this, and the zones can be extended or to longer distances as and when required. So fundamental components which are part of this overall system is that the paging controller, which is basically a system controller which takes care of all the devices. Then you have the IP based call box, which you call the iCall, and you have the IP based speaker, which is the iSpeak, an iPage, which is the IP gateway to connect your analog amplifier. And we use the next generation wideband OPUS codec, and also other existing compatible codecs are also available if required. It can be addressed with a static IP or a DHCP based IP over the Ethernet cloud, and it has auto provisioning facilities as required. Now here we can see that over an IP network we have a GCT page which is connected to normal legacy bit amplifiers to provide streaming to old speakers, and we have the iCall boxes connected to a LAN environment, and we have audio consoles. Audio consoles could be connected to PCs, or it could be just be a desktop audio console from where if a person wants, you can directly speak and listen and monitor the communication. And this could be used for amplification of music systems and other audios over the whole network if required. And the biggest benefit of this would be that you do not require any long speaker wires and connectivity from your separate amplifiers to your speakers. You could just plug in a iSpeak or iCall anywhere in the network on a LAN environment, it can start working. So we come to the iSpeak. So iSpeak basically is a 6-watt audio device, and there are two options in this. One is with the PTT button, another is without the PTT button. The PTT button is required in case you want two-way communication from this particular iSpeak boxes, and it can have PoE compatibility also if required. Otherwise we can give you a separate power supply to run the speaker, and it could be a outdoor mount or an indoor wall mount as required operationally. So as I said that it comes with a 6-watt audio out, and we could have a built-in microphone which is optional for duplex two-way communication. Also, in case you have any input-output to be for sensors, buttons and strobes which you want to sense remotely, it has the provision, which is an optional item. And remotely you could check the status of the sensors, buttons, strobes, etc. And it has a built-in web server for configuration, device status, and the firmware is also field upgradable. The various versions that are there is the outdoor version and the indoor version. and both of them are available with the PTT button or without the PTT button for two-way communication. And you could also have an optional line out in the speakers which can be connected to your amplifiers or legacy amplifiers to drive old analog speaker systems if required. The iPage is basically a gateway from where a voice which is streaming in from the IP network can be converted to normal and analog audio and drive through an amplifier your normal legacy speak. So multi-channel adapters are also available, and it has the facility of multiple audio codec support, and with balanced line out for optimum clarity and intelligibility without hum and noise. It gets connected to our controller directly. The benefits of iPage is fundamentally that it can, if you have a legacy system already installed, and you could just plug in this iPage gateway and it can start working over the IP network. So you could have a hybrid voice paging solution with analog speaker infrastructure and the IP infrastructure. And the audio out is transformer isolated, and it is a balanced audio output with automatic level control. Then we come to the next box that we have, which is called the iCall. iCall additionally has a display and a dial keypad. So from here a particular person can dial in any other iCall box or the controller and speak to him directly. So you have the facility of a two-way communication by selection with a press to talk button, and also has a display for where status messages can be transferred from one side to another side. It has a higher speaker output. It gives you 10-watt speaker, and the other facilities after it has got a microphone, a dial keypad, and it runs on a DC power supply source with a battery backup facility if required. You could also send stored text messages from one iCall box to another iCall box, which can be displayed on the small screen that is there. Additionally, there is a display extension port through which you can connect large screen TV or LED LCD displays for display of text information in remote locations. So these are the basic functionality and the parameters of the iCall box. It is a weatherproof housing with a wall mount option. It's got a LAN interface. It has a call button with inbuilt mic and dial keypad, internal 10-watt speaker, alphanumeric display and LED indications are available, and you can talk from any of this node to the central console and any other node. Optional facility to integrate with display systems and TV screens. Also has I/O ports available for third-party integration with fire alarms, intrusions, detection, sensors, etc. as required by the customer. Battery backup facility is an optional. In case you require a battery backup facility, it can also be provided, and it is all remotely configurable. And we also have a courtesy light option for nighttime usage in these devices. Regarding applications in cities, large complexes, this could be used for emergency call alert system over a large area, wide area networks, where this particular box can also be integrated with a small amplifier and for outdoor speakers for large amplification of audio, and also connected to an LED display for text messaging, and you could build up an emergency system in this fashion. And another good thing is that we also have this call boxes and iSpeakers which can be connected wirelessly over a Wi-Fi network or a 3G, 4G GSM network. So both options are also available with this. So here some of them could be connected over a IP LAN WAN environment, and this could be spread out on any geography, and you could have a large area call alert system. So that is all. For any questions and connectivity details and discussions, kindly connect to us at the addresses and the email IDs given below. Now we have a video of the products. So here we have the iCall box. The iCall box has a dial keypad with the PTT button, speaker and the mic. It has also got a small display for text messaging. Additionally, there are some LEDs for indications. Next to it, we have the audio console with a DTMF keypad with the PTT button and the volume control. Here we have the controller which maintains the network. Next to it, we have the iSpeak with the PTT button. Now overall, they are all connected over a LAN environment, and in a LAN environment, you can individually dial any particular ID from your audio console and speak to those particular iCall box or iSpeak, or you can have groups, and or maybe you can also have a broadcast message. In order to make a call, you just press your PTT and talk from your iSpeak, and you can directly, the voice can be heard or monitored in your audio console. Besides this, if you want to make your call from your audio console, you can individually dial the numbers and talk, Otherwise, you can just press your PTT to do a broadcast call. In a iCall box, what you do is you normally dial the particular ID of a remote speaker or iCall box and talk after pressing the PTT, or otherwise you can press the PTT directly to individually talk to the audio console. That is all. Thank you for listening to this video.